Get ready for an explosive interview as Austin Butler and Zoë Kravitz take on the infamous lie detector test. Their shocking reactions will leave you on the edge of your seat. Don't miss out on this captivating celebrity showdown. Welcome back to CelebScope TV, your #1 stop for everything Hollywood. Today, we re-diving into a hilarious and revealing moment, when Austin Butler and Zoë Kravitz sat down to take the ultimate challenge, the lie detector test. And trust me, the truth came out in ways nobody expected. But before we dive into all the juicy details, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on the latest celebrity news and gossip. Now, let's get started. Our first question is directed at Austin Butler. So, we all know Austin from his incredible portrayal of Elvis Presley in the biopic Elvis. But before his breakthrough role, he was already making waves in Hollywood. Can you name a celebrity you would love to date? For a split second, a sly smile crept onto Austin's face before he quickly composed himself, choosing not to divulge his true feelings about his celebrity crush. He responded diplomatically, saying there are so many talented actors and actresses that it would be great to work with anyone. But it was clear from his body language that something was amiss. As he glanced at the lie detector machine nervously, leaving fans to wonder if he was hiding something. Was his celebrity crush actually someone he wasn't supposed to reveal? Or was he simply trying to play it cool? Either way, the lie detector test had just thrown a curveball into the interview. Next up, Zoë Kravitz. How do you feel about being famous? This seemingly innocent question was enough to send Zoë into a fit of laughter. She knew exactly what was coming and decided to play along with the host's antics. With a mischievous grin on her face, she said that she loves being famous because it means she can buy lots of snacks at the grocery store without having to pay for them. Everyone laughed at her witty response. It was clear that Zoë wasn't going to take the bait and reveal any personal details about how she felt about her own fame. She was determined to keep things lighthearted and fun, much to the delight of her fans. But little did they know that the lie detector test had a few more tricks up its sleeve. Back to Austin Butler. Do you believe in aliens? This question seemed harmless enough, but it was clear that Austin was feeling the pressure of the lie detector test. His hands started to sweat and his breathing became slightly heavier as he tried to formulate a response. After a long pause, he finally said that he does believe in aliens, hoping that his answer wouldn't raise any red flags. However, the lie detector had other plans. It flashed red, and the host wasted no time in pointing out that Austin's heart rate had skyrocketed, leaving him with no choice but to admit that he was lying. The entire studio audience gasped in surprise. No one could believe that Austin would try to deceive them. And now the question on everyone's mind was, what else might Austin be hiding? Let's shift our focus to Zoë Kravitz. This question is sure to be a spicy one. Who in the studio do you trust the least? Now, Zoë knew this question was coming. When she agreed to take the lie detector test, she was well aware that her fellow cast members had already given their answers. So she decided to have a little fun with her response. With a playful smirk on her face, she turned to Austin and said, "You." Of course, she didn't mean any harm by it. In fact, she had chosen Austin because she knew he was the one who would take the test seriously and would likely react strongly to her answer. Little did she know that her playful jab would cause quite the stir among the fans. Back to Austin Butler. How do you feel about being famous? Now, Austin understood that the lie detector test would bring up uncomfortable questions, but he didn't expect this one. The host was clearly trying to catch him off guard, and it was working. Austin hesitated, unsure how to respond without raising any red flags. He knew that admitting to feeling overwhelmed by fame could make him seem ungrateful, while lying could potentially damage his credibility. With his heart racing and palms sweating, Austin took a deep breath and decided to play it safe. He responded that he was honored and grateful for the recognition he had received, carefully avoiding any mention of the inner turmoil he was experiencing. The lie detector flashed red, signaling that Austin's heart rate had spiked, leaving fans wondering if he was truly comfortable with his newfound fame or if he was just putting on a brave face. Zoë Kravitz. How often do you get naked in movies? You could see the wheels turning in Zoe's head as she tried to come up with a clever response. With a playful tone, she said that she gets naked in movies whenever the script calls for it, leaving the audience wondering if that was the whole truth or if she was hiding something. The lie detector flashed green, indicating that her answer was most likely truthful. But the host wasn't convinced. They pressed further, asking specifically about her role in the movie Big Little Lies. Zoe, still keeping a straight face, replied that she only did a nude scene in Big Little Lies because it was important for her character's storyline. The lie detector flashed yellow, suggesting that her answer was partially true. Zoe's fans were left scratching their heads, wondering if she was holding back information. Austin Butler, do you think you're a good actor? The question hung in the air as Austin realized the potential consequences of his answer. If he said yes, he risked exposing himself to ridicule and criticism, especially given the polarizing nature of his recent performance. On the other hand, choosing to say no could also backfire, damaging his reputation and leaving him with egg on his face. With his career at a crucial juncture, Austin knew that his response needed to be carefully considered. Taking a deep breath, he decided to tread carefully, opting for a diplomatic response that left just enough room for interpretation. "I hope I'm a good actor," he said, leaving the lie detector test host and viewers questioning whether he really believed in his own abilities. Zoë Kravitz, would you date a fan? The lie detector machine flashed green, indicating that her answer was most likely truthful. Zoe couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of the question. She knew her fans loved her and she appreciated their support, but the idea of dating one of them never crossed her mind. "I love my fans, but I don't know. I think it's weird to date a fan. It's just like dating someone you barely know." Her response made perfect sense to the audience and they burst into laughter, relieved that their wildest fantasies of dating Zoe were put to rest. Austin Butler, have you slept with a co-star? The question hung in the air between Austin and the host, each waiting for the other to break the silence. Realizing the potential implications of his answer, Austin chose his words carefully, responding diplomatically. "I have a lot of respect for my co-stars, and I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize that." The host, sensing that Austin was not providing a direct answer, pressed further, attempting to extract a confession. However, Austin remained resolute, sticking to his carefully crafted response and refusing to budge. As the tension mounted, Austin's fans were left on the edge of their seats, wondering if their favorite heartthrob would confess to the scandalous tryst. Zoë Kravitz, which cast member do you trust the most? Zoe knew exactly who she wanted to call out. Without hesitation, she said, "Michael Shannon." As the cameras panned to Michael, he responded with a big smile and a thumbs up, confirming Zoe's trust in him. The audience erupted in applause, appreciating Zoe's genuine admiration for her co-star. The chemistry between them was evident, and it was heartwarming to see how much they respected and trusted each other. Austin Butler, what is your biggest fear? The question struck a chord with Austin, causing him to pause and reflect. As he weighed his response, he knew that his answer would reveal a vulnerable side of him that he had kept hidden. Taking a deep breath, Austin decided to open up, sharing that his greatest fear was losing the people he loved the most. As he spoke, his voice trembled with emotion, betraying the intensity of his feelings. The audience listened intently, recognizing the universality of his fear and feeling a sense of empathy for the actor. Zoë Kravitz, do you plan to have children? The question hung in the air, leaving Zoe momentarily speechless. As she processed the question, she realized that it was a deeply personal one that she had not yet considered. After a thoughtful pause, she shared that she did plan to have children in the future, but that it was not a priority for her right now. Her response was met with understanding, as the audience recognized that everyone's journey to parenthood was different. Austin Butler, has your life changed since playing Elvis? Austin paused, contemplating the profound impact his portrayal of Elvis had on his life. "It's been an incredible journey," he began, his voice filled with gratitude. "And I feel incredibly blessed to have had the opportunity to bring his story to life." The host nodded, sensing the weight of Austin's words. "But aside from the obvious professional changes, has your personal life changed as well?" Austin took a deep breath, his eyes reflecting on the past year. "In so many ways," he admitted softly. "I've grown as a person, learned so much about myself and my purpose." "Zoë Kravitz, do you think Batman should have a new love interest?" Zoe knew this question would spark a passionate debate among Batman fans. With a mischievous grin on her face, she said that she thought Batman needed to focus on himself and his mental health rather than jumping into a new relationship. The audience cheered, appreciating Zoe's honest and unconventional take on the beloved superhero. The chemistry between her and the host was undeniable, and fans couldn't help but wonder if there was more to their playful banter. And there you have it, folks, another thrilling episode of Celebrity Lie Detector Test. Which celebrity shocked you the most with their reaction? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to CelebScope TV so you never miss out on the latest celebrity news and gossip. Thanks for watching.